Wow, nice! I play against myself. Don't forget, Zoki. You play against the fastest racket in the world.
What's going on, guys? So I travelled to Chartres in France to meet up with the absolute legend of the game, Zoran Primorac. He's an amazing character with a big personality and an even bigger backhand. The Croatian player has been world ranked at number 2 and played in 7 Olympic Games and won 2 World Cups. Zoran is still actively involved in table tennis. He's the chair of the ITTF Athletes Commission and also coach of Ekaterinburg in Russia. Zoran won his titles with the fastest blade butterfly make, the Primorac Carbon. Also, Werner Schlager used to use this blade when he won the World Champs in 2003, the last European to win this title. So a few quick specs then before we get stuck in. The blade is 5-ply with Hanoki as the outer ply and Tamca Carbon as the inner. Now Tamca is pure carbon fibre, which is why it's so fast. This blade, it weighs 87 grams and we both use the Tennis 5 on both sides. Let's go! Okay guys, so Zoran is known for his incredible backhand and extraordinary control. Check this out.
Don't be afraid.
Zoran's trademark backhand serve is remarkable. I learned the quality of it firsthand. I couldn't believe the variation he was getting.
Ace! Don't push to Zoran to backhand. Hey, this is also birds on the tree, they know that.
Alright, so as stated, the Primorac Carbon, it really is an all-out rocket. It's so quick. This means even when playing at 80% max speed, the ball just shoots off at a ridiculous rate. So if you want to use something like this, you better have good technique and control, because it's quick.
I mean, you are relaxed, the ball is going very fast. And I feel when I block it's really heavy. For this wood, which is really fast, I recommend that you have to practice a lot. I made best results of my career with this wood, and I had the feeling like when I practice a lot, I was unbeatable in open game. Actually, as I remember, I had maybe 2 players during my career which I was not comfortable in open game, which I played like almost half-half. It was Granga from Greece and Wanlikin from China. With this wood, or maybe with my physical abilities also, I felt dominant against all of them in open game. No, I don't get advantage because you play with the same blade. Yeah, I cannot kill you.
The Primorac Carbon, even though it's one of the fastest blades in the world, due to its Hanoki outer ply, it still manages to soak up the pressure when you're blocking. The Primorac was beasting the ball against me and I was still able to block the ball onto the table with a surprisingly good amount of consistency. I think the Hanoki plies helped well here as they're relatively soft, so you can soak up the pressure even though it's coming off quickly.
Wow, nice! I play against myself. Don't forget, Zoki. You play against the fastest racket in the world. This was one of the best things from this wood. When I make this half-long service to forehand, no matter how much big rotation is, I had the feeling just I have to close, get a good angle, and then the ball will go on the table.
So after Zoran saying how great this blade was for counters, I think it just gave me some confidence, because out of nowhere my counters were flying. I mean, I've never hit the ball so well on a counter topspin, and I think because the blade is so direct, it really does help with this shot.
Yeah. 4 from 4, huh?
Not bad, 4-4, come on, 5-5.
It's because of the racket, I tell you, man.
Sure. 5 in a row. Now, opening up against backspin is pretty effortless with this blade. Although I felt I couldn't produce as much spin as a bowl ALC, for example, the ball does shoot off quickly. And again, I think those Hinoki outer plies, because they're soft, you can feel the ball quite a lot, even though it's coming off quickly.
You see? I hate to play against myself. The only weakness what you can have with this wood, it's a first touch when you receive. For example, when someone makes you this kind of service, yeah, this, it's going a little bit too fast from your racket. It's very important this first receive, that you receive normal. First block has to be deep, and then you can come to a run and then kill the guy.
Right guys, so the Primorac Carbon is fantastic in open play. It's an all-out rocket, and I loved how well I could punch through the ball on my backhand side. It's so direct and consistent. However, to produce a high arc with this blade can be difficult as it's so direct and the ball flies off the bat very quickly with very little dwell time. This means you can't let the ball drop too low when top spinning, so staying early at the table is pretty important with this blade.
Almost!
So there we go guys, there was Zoran Primorac, an absolute legend, really fun to be around and just an all-round great guy. Also, I think it's really cool that he's the chair of the ITTF Athletes Commission. I think he's going to do great things for table tennis, so we'll be definitely sure to keep an eye out for him. So yeah, the blade, the Primorac Carbon, it's an absolute beast. You know, with this blade, it's got, everything's thick about it. It's got a very thick carbon layer, a thick outer ply, and also a thick core. And I think that's what just makes the whole blade rigid, compact, and just so quick. If it didn't have the Hinoki outer ply, it probably wouldn't be playable. It would just be far too fast. But with the Hinoki outer ply, because it is soft, it does give it enough control, you know, for its pace. So it is quite nice to play with, surprisingly. You know, you can hit really nice fast shots. In open play, this thing is great. Its main advantages are when you're under attack, you can block well, you can active pressure really strong. Where you're going to struggle with this blade is the serve and receive. It's not like a bow ALC or, you know, a wood blade where you have more feeling around the serve receive. This thing, it pops up, it shoots off quickly, so you've got a very good feeling. But you know, just in the open play, it's fantastic. So with this Primorac Carbon, I personally wouldn't use it. As I'm a traditional looping player, I'd rather stick to a Viscaria type blade or a bow ALC type thing. With this is for someone who likes to stay close to the table, who likes to play with pressure off their opponent using flat shots, counters, and just likes to hit the ball hard. Like, flat shots with this are fantastic. So if you play early to the table, this would be of a good choice if you have that type of style. And it's something just to try if you are interested in playing very fast shots and if you can handle its speed. Now this blade comes in at 119 euros, so a pretty standard price. It does come in a bit cheaper than the higher end blades by Butterfly, but you know, you're getting a fast carbon blade. For me, this is the fastest out there right now. It's just rapid, and it still has some control, which is good. It's not just complete speed and no control. What I think is the biggest difference with this to let's say a Janjica Super ZLC, even though that's very fast, or the bow ALC, is that this just doesn't produce as much spin. It doesn't seem to bite on the ball as much. Simply the ball hits the blade and shoots off so quickly, so you don't have much time to spin the ball. So you definitely can produce more spin with those more expensive carbon blades. But this thing, you're gonna get a lot of pace and a lot of punch. So there we go guys, the Zoran Primorac Carbon blade review. Now, if you've ever used this blade, let us know in the comments below what you think of it and if you think it's the fastest out there. We sure do. And yeah, guys, we've got plenty more videos coming out on the channel over the next few weeks, so be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.